welcome to WGTV and episode 61. I'd like to say thank you very much for joining us as always, and a big shout out to all our patrons and sponsors that you'll have seen on the episode on the way in already. Thank you very much, guys. Without you, we'd be absolutely nothing. So, yeah, big round of applause, big round of applause, big round of applause. Which includes these two as well, because we've got a patron, and we've got a patron. That's right. So, we're going to be bringing you tonight a game of Age of Sigmar, 2,000 points from the General's Handbook, 23 through to 24. And tonight, we're going to have the Battle of the Bens. That's right, this is it. Ben versus Ben. There can only be one Ben. Which one's it going to be? Now, this Ben's bringing...
Troggs.
Ooh, and this Ben's bringing...
Slaves to Darkness.
Ooh, okay then. But before we get into the action of seeing which Ben gets to be the best Ben, we're going to have to find out which scenario they're going to be playing. And there's only one man that can help us here. Some say that for breakfast he has freshly crushed warpstone.
It's pretty crazy.
Pretty good.
Crazy.
Whoa.
All we know is he's called the Cleric.
Nexus collapse. The cold magic of Andor is as much of an enemy as your rivals, and no less deadly. While the unclaimed land offers many sites of powers to be seized, beware the flaring of the continent's nexus points. This land is hostile, and its energy has a bitter will all of its own. Instability. At the start of each battle round after the first, after determining which player will take the first turn, the player with the fewest victory points can choose to collapse up to 2 objectives. If both players are tied on victory points, the players roll off and the winner can choose to collapse 1 objective. Roll a dice for each unit within 6 inches of any collapsed objectives. On a 4+, the unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. Once all rolls have been made for those units, remove all collapsed objectives from the battlefield. You score in this mission as such. Score 1 point for holding 1 objective, another for 2 objectives, and a third for holding more. 2 points for your battle tactic.
Oh, thank you, wise Cleric. Nexus collapse, boys. Do we know what we're going to do?
Got a rough idea.
Stay away.
Seriously, run away. It's the only way to be the best, Ben. In which case, then, before he runs away too fast, we better find out what Ben's army's got.
This Ben.
This Ben. Ben. Not that one, this one. There.
And the Gitz list for today is going to be my general, who is a dank hold Trogg boss. He's going to have the artifact to power the glowy housets, so he's going to have a 4-up ward. But if I take damage every phase, if I roll a 1, he eats it. His command trait is going to be Loonskin, so he's going to bring an endless spell for free, which is the Malevolent Moon just next to him there. I then have a Fungoid Cave Shaman, Mushy. He's going to have the spell Merciless Blizzard. And of course, the king himself, Scragrot the Loon King. He's got the spell Hand of Gork, with some cheeky movement. Try and throw some Troggs across the board. Now, speaking of Troggs, we have 3 units of 6. All ready, all tough. They've been told they need to hunker down, roll them 5-up wards, stay under the moon, get that save. That's their plan. And then rounding out the list, I've got 2 units of 10 Squig Hoppers. These are going to be hopefully causing a bit of chaos, jumping over some units, causing some mortal wounds, and getting me some objectives and battle tactics. It's 1950 points there. My grand strat is going to be chasing the moon, so I've got to keep my Trogg boss alive, and he's got to be under the moon for 3 turns. And my triumph is Indomitable, so I get to take a free battle shock test. And that's the list.
So I'm running Slaves to Darkness, host of the Everchosen, which is the 5+ rally and the extra banner. The grand strategy is Overshadow, which is kill their battle line, have some left. So we have first off the Nurgle Demon Prince, who is the general. Mark and Nurgle for everything that has it means they're -1 to wound. He has the not to be denied, which means as long as he doesn't do the first heroic action, he gets to do a heroic action. And the Fight First Helm of Many Eyes. We have a Chaos Lord on Demonic Mount, who's just the Mark of Khorne, so he gets +1 attack on the charge. Other than that, he's generic Cursed Hammer, that's it. A Gaunt Summoner, who has no upgrades apart from Hoarfrost, and he also knows the Zeep spell of Warp Reality. And then down to the battle line units, so we have a Nurgle Chosen unit. So the Mark of Nurgle again for the -1 to wound, and they also have the eroding icon, which is -1 to rend against them. A reinforced unit of Chaos Knights. These have got the Mark of Khorne for the +1 attack on the charge and the +1 to wound Banner of Rage. We have a big block of 20 Nurgle Chaos Warriors, all with halberds for fighting through each other. And then lastly, but by no means least, we have the Chaos War Shrine. That has the Mark of Nurgle, so its prayer is +1 to wound on a Nurgle unit and heal. So, I'm going to let the other Ben go first.
So, Gitz turn 1. Battle tactic, we went for magical dominance. So cast a spell without being unbound. Now, I was like, this is fine. Really good. Because all my wizards are miles away from Ben's tiny wizard. And then Ben went, heroic action, I'm going to make this mana wizard. Which meant I only had one person out of range of a spell. Which was my big boss, because he's got wound skin, so he can try and cast the animal spell. Both of us didn't roll any primal dice, so I've got no help there. No pluses, because I'm not near any arcane. And I just had to roll the dice. Luckily, cast. Boom. Endless spell is down. So that was battle tactic done, wasn't unbound. Movement. And so this is a weird one with this Nexus collapse, because if you've got less points than your opponent, you can choose 2 to get rid of. But if I've got 5 points, I'm ahead. So that's my thinking, smart brain Trogg. So, Trogg's moved up there with the boss. They're sitting on there. These guys ran up that way. I rolled double 1, so that was good. They're just there. These Troggs and Scragrot have taken this one, and these guys ran up, just clipping this one here. So I'm holding 1, holding 2, holding more. Got my battle tactic for 5 points. And now we're going to see what big horde of Slave to Darkness does.
So, Slaves turn 1. Because Ben left all of his silly little wizards as far back on the board as he could because he's scared of the might of chaos, I was able to do magical dominance. We didn't get any primal dice. And luckily, thanks to his natural +1, I got both spells off, which is great. Everything else basically just moved forward because he stayed too far back. So, Unit of Chosen ran up, got Seeping Blades on them for +1 to wound. The unit of Chaos Warriors and the Nurgle Demon ran up. Nurgle Demon put in the Ignore Ward Saves ability on himself. And then this clump here, they got Mystic Shielded. He ignores the next spell on a 2+. Just ran up there to hold that objective, putting me on score 1, score 2, score more. Battle tactic for 5.
So we shall have a priority roll first to decide who gets to decide the turn. Ooh. So Gitz get the choice. I think I'm going to have to take the turn because he's very close to me and I don't want him to charge into me. But crucially, we're going to have to roll off because we are tied on points. So one of us is going to get to decide to destroy an objective. Oh, I think we have to re-roll again. Oh,
Like that 6.
oh, it's a 5.
Nice. So I get to remove 1.
Yeah, Slave gets to decide. It's going to be...
It's going to have to be that one, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. So we'll remove that one and it's Git's turn 2. So, Git's turn 2. Battle tactic we went for Intimidate Invaders because other Ben kindly destroyed one of our objectives, so we're going to have to move. All in all, no primal dice, no command point for me on my extra heroic action. We did take a couple of damage from the objective exploding, but luckily we're Troggs in Glogg's mob, so we all heal it back. It's just my general, he's only taken a 1. He didn't decide to heal everything he took, but it's okay. We got a Mystic Shield off here, the Endless Spell moved up. Scragrot did Fangs of the Moon, straight into that horrible guy there. I think we did 6 wounds to him.
Left him on 4.
Yeah, so he's got 4 left, so he might not be feeling as confident. These moved here. Other Ben decided to redeploy his knights, so I had to just clip here with a Trogg. Now you might be thinking, oh, he must have failed a charge. No, I decided not to charge because I don't want to overstretch myself. I don't want to leave too big of a gap here for Ben to just run on and sit on that objective because I need to try and hold on to it.
The Chaos were very happy about this.
Yeah, no charges done. And the squigs up here just ran up there. They've clipped that objective because remember this one isn't here. Other than that, hold 1 or 2 or more. Battle tactic because I only have these guys in, so 5 out, 3 in, gives me 5 points, so 10 plays 5. We're going to go into Slaves turn 2.
Well, Chaos turn 2 went a lot better than I thought it might, with his entire army being under the moon. So I went for the grand strat of, not the grand strat, sorry, the battle tactic of run 3 units, which is run them down. Started off, finally, primal dice went off for us. We got 1 each for 2. And then, unfortunately, due to using draw on power, my wizard miscast on a double 1 on 3 dice and did 4 mortal wounds to himself, which wasn't great. But he did get Hoarfrost off first and give the Chaos Knights 3 rend. So, movement, everything just kind of shuffled up. The Knights and the Chosen stayed still. And then we charged. And as you can see here, there used to be a lovely little pack of trolls, which I'm sure will come back in the start of the turn, but they're no longer there. And this pack of trolls here is significantly diminished on what it was previously. So all in all, score 1, score 2, score more, battle tactic for 5.
So here we'll have a priority roll off. It's 5, so Gitz is going to take turn 2 again. Turn 2. Not, I don't want that again. We're going to take turn 3, and then we'll roll off for the objectives. So I'll get to destroy one this time. I think I'm going to destroy this one. So Gitz turn 3, we are barely hanging in there. The Troggs struggling, they're crumbling very quickly. The Chaos are taking a very strong hold, but we are scoring points still. We're still in the game. Battle tactic this round was Moonlight Raid, so we had to pick an objective that other Ben was controlling and have it contested by a unit that's under the moon. So, Scragrot said, "Moon, stay where you are." So, Big Moon stays. Easy. Just need to get an objective. Spell-wise, Scragrot went to do Fangs of the Moon. He rolled a 4 to cast. It's cast on a 3. It's not the end of the world, but I had something else lined up. So Ben was like, yeah, I'll try and dispel it. Easy peasy, stopped it. Now, I think that's where the turn started unraveling a little bit. However, Mushy cast Blizzard into the Chosen. Killed about 1 or 2 of them. Wasn't the best roll. Wasn't the best. We've got Mystic Shield off onto Big Trogg Boss, so he's looking a little bit safer, but still a bit hairy. And then on the table, it's just hard. It's hard. I'll have to show you. Here, Troggs had to charge up. We need to keep hold of this objective for as long as possible. So they are holding the line there. We've lost 2. We only managed to kill 3 of them. When we threw rocks, we threw some into him. We tried to hit him. He only has 1 wound left. But this man here is stopping me having a ward save. He's only got 1 wound left. He's been an absolute nuisance. Over here, we've still got 1 Trogg left. He's holding the line there. Scragrot moved back. Big Boss moved back. Mushy moved towards us. And over here, the squigs that were over here jumped onto here, staying 9 away from everything. That was the objective I picked for the battle tactic. That is now mine. So I hold this objective, and I hold this objective, and I still hold this little objective over here. So I've still scored 5 points. However, with the Chaos turn 3 coming up, it's very in the balance. I'm hoping Ben does something wrong and doesn't score any points. But 15 plays 10, Chaos turn 3 coming up.
Well, Chaos turn 3, and I'll be honest, the gods are behind us. So, we decided to go for Intimidate the Invaders. And basically nothing really moved. So we managed to heal this guy up a little bit because he has been my ignore, ward save powerhouse of the match for destroying trolls, which is great. So he's still hanging around. And other than that, this unit charged from over here to here, took out his battle line unit, which was great. This unit took all but one troll off, who then ran away in fear from the might of the Nurgle warriors. And these Chaos Knights decimated the last troll that was there. Overall, putting me on 1, 2 more battle tactic.
So we're going to have a priority roll to...
we are, when I find some
see.
Gitz.
Gitz with a red dice again. So 2, so it's going to have to go Gitz turn 4. And it's going to go down to some dice, but...
We need to roll for an objective.
It's 5, so I
again.
get to pick one to get rid of. So I think I'm going to have to pick that middle one there.
This bad boy.
Yeah, so that one's going to disappear. And we'll go to Gitz turn 4. So, Gitz turn 4, and we are pressuring everything. Let's start on again. So, Gitz turn 4. Battle tactic. Plucked one from the air, went for Magical Mayhem. So, kill a unit with a spell. Now, the little Nurgle guy that's been stopping the ward save only had 2 or 3 wounds left, yeah?
2.
2 left. So
And
I was
then
like, we've got this. We're going to do it. Scragor ulted at him. Fangs of the Moon. Boom. Did loads of damage to him. Got it on like a 10. So it's 10 dice every 3 up to mortal wound. Got quite a few, and I think we got 7 through. So we finished him off. Battle tactic achieved. Rallied a unit of squigs. Over here, I had 3. They rally on 4. I only got 2 back, which was a little bit unfortunate. But they've jumped over here. Got that objective and then charged, because I was trying to get rid of this guy, but he's still got 2 wounds left, unfortunately. Scragrot retreated out of combat. Mushy's moved back. Big Trogg boss has moved back. I managed to get some Troggs back out of my hole, so they're there, gonna help defend Big Man. The moon stayed where it was. Denless spell moved over. Mushy didn't cast Blizzard. We didn't get Mystic Shield. Scraped 5 points by the skin of my teeth. And I've got a near full Chaos army about to charge me, so thanks. Good luck.
Well, Chaos turn 4. The gods didn't fail me.
Boo.
So, I went for the March of Ruin, which is have a unit with an in-scroll banner in your opponent's deployment zone. So, we moved the knights up. Oh, we cast a couple of spells on the goblins that were here. Whiffed it. Didn't really do much. Killed like one. Did a wound on another one. These guys ran up. The Chaos Lord and the Chaos Knights moved on to this objective, and this guy just ran up into the middle of the board to hold my ward save bubble. And then we charged. So Scragrot was in the middle of this little horde of guys here, and he isn't anymore. And Mushy?
Yeah, Mushy's gone.
Mushy was there, and he got mushed. The corn lord will be having mushroom soup for tea when he gets home. And that's basically it for this turn. I scored 1, scored 2, scored more, and got my battle tactic.
So yeah, we're gonna have a decisive roll off. There it is.
Oh. There it is. Finally, priority went my way. Not that I've needed it, but.
Well, we're gonna have a roll off for objective destroying as well. Oh,
you get the objective. I'm going to take the turn.
Yeah, I'm going to destroy this objective.
The one with my 2 units on.
Yes.
Weirdly.
To do some damage.
So, Chaos turn 5. It was a good turn. The Chaos have taken a couple of big hits, but they're still going. So not massively much to move around the board this turn. We did into the Maelstrom. Moved the unit of Chaos Chosen that were here up. Charged both units, charged them and him into the big boss. Did a fair amount of damage to the big boss. Then he healed it. And then we did a little bit more damage to the big boss. But in the end, he hung around, which to be fair is what I wanted him to do. So that I could get my battle tactic. These guys just kind of shuffled up here. Wizard shuffled up. He shuffled up to keep my little ward save bubble going. And that's it, yeah. So I score 1, 2, more. Battle tactic for 5.
So yeah, we're going to go to Gitz turn 5 and see if I can summon something, but it's not looking good. So Gitz turn 5, was looking through battle tactics, realised I hadn't done Follow the Moon. So I had Endless Spell just next to other Ben's Chaos Shrine. I've also got my Loon Shrine here because the moon has jumped over. It's over in that far quarter now. Ben used his heroic action to try and dispel that, which he did. So all I did was retreat 3 inches away this way. So I'm wholly within 12 of the shrine, just scoring me 2 points because I'm not going to be able to fight anything else. So yeah, just going for the points, keep my general alive for the grand strat. Gives me 2 points, 22 to 25. Let's go to conclusion.
Conclusion time, folks. So, guess what? Ben won.
That Ben.
But Ben lost.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, Ben.
Yeah.
How did it go? It was close. I mean, it was tight. Look at that.
Yeah. Dice, man.
Dice, they just went.
Yeah, I can't blame dice for everything. Maybe I should have charged when I didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, my dice, as other Ben will gladly agree, were not in the best of state.
Never seen so many 1s and 2s.
Yes.
Sponsored by the number 1.
I think it was more sponsored by 2s.
Yeah.
If I attacked, it was 1s, and if I didn't, I was hitting on 3s, I'd roll 2s.
You roll 2s.
So yeah.
Yeah, it was like they were trying to taunt him, just like just get kind of the
just
tip,
below,
just the tip,
Yeah.
and then just enough below just to upset you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just managed to hold on with battle tactics. The squigs on the end, just scoring that one for more, getting that one over there for more. Which I think Ben was a bit like, oh, I'm going to have to deal with them. So he had to
come back.
bring a couple units back and stuff. But
yeah,
the score doesn't reflect how hard I got hit.
I mean, I'm not normally seeing Troggs get hit that hard, but they're really not much left at all, is there?
No,
it's really gone down to basically one unit of recycled trolls, the boss man himself.
That's it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which is pretty much of a kicking scene. It's like Ben's only. Well, have you lost a unit? Well, you lost the.
I've lost the Demon Prince,
Yeah.
3 Knights,
So
2
not
Chosen, and 4 Chaos
So
Warriors.
never a unit. So you still have all the original starting units other than the Demon Prince.
Yeah.
That's.
Which was his general?
Well,
I
good,
can't
well
take
done.
the credit.
Yeah,
where I can.
well done. You got
the general.
that. Do you have a, dare I ask, a troll of the match, a squig of the match? Or?
No.
No. Moving on. Let's go to the higher points in life. Yeah. Do you have a Chaos Warrior of the match, Ben?
Be honest, it's got to be those Chaos Knights. They just they wrecked it. They just everything that they went into, they just kind of hit it and went over it and just kept going.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, they were brutal.
Corn carrying it through.
Yeah,
Laying in the attacks, just too much.
and the Nurgle just taking it on the chin and just riding it out.
Just going, yeah, whatever, bro.
Yeah,
just
basically.
bring it on and grind it out. What do we think of the mission?
It's good.
Yeah, you have to think about it. One's collapse, one's don't collapse.
Yeah.
You guys tied it all the way through, so it was always
Yeah.
a roll off to.
Yeah, I suppose if you really wanted to, you could maybe hold 1, hold 2, not more. So you only drop a point, and then you could get rid of 2 of your opponents.
Control it
you
that
could be
way.
quite
Yeah.
tactical about
Yeah,
it.
that would probably be
There's
the way to go.
A couple of times I was regretting taking the extra one because I was like, I could get rid of them too, but then I didn't want him to charge me.
Yeah.
But he did anyway, so I don't know.
So you might pick up the points, but
My MVP has to go to Scraggy.
yeah.
I've decided I need to give one.
So yeah, has to go to
Scraggy,
someone,
he
whether
killed
they
the
like it.
general, he
Yeah.
kept the moon where I needed it to when I
He did.
needed it. Yeah, he's just the all-round
It's
king.
hard to believe he came out at 180 points when he first came out. Was it 180, 170,
Something like that. Is he like 240
Two,
now?
Yeah, he's like 240, 250 now, something like
Yeah,
that. Is he something
yeah,
like that? And even still, you still put him in.
Yeah.
He's great. He's a moon.
He's an auto include.
He really is. He is
Yeah.
he truly is the king. He really, really is good. So yes. So well, we hope you enjoyed that as much as this Ben did. Anyway,
I still had a good game.
Look on the bright side. At least Ben won.
Ben won.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just not the right one.
I have a feeling there's going to be a rematch. And so if you want to see that rematch, then by all means do tune in again. Please, by all means, don't forget to ring the bell, as it were, as Ben
Yeah.
always says.
Ding,
Get
ding,
the
ding,
old
ding.
subscription going on. Or by all means, go back and look through some of the other videos. That would be fantastic. But as we always say, until next time, bye.